My name is Amanda Solomon. I run the H18 Foundation, which is a foundation based in Cape Town in a small suburb called Milnerton. And we empower and employ unemployed women that live in a township in Milnerton called Joe Slovo. I have been attempting to give back throughout my entire adult life, and even as a youngster, finding ways to uplift and empower people. And we got the opportunity through an unusual set of circumstances to start H18, and we realized we could train in craft skills such as crochet and sewing. And we literally had maybe 5 people when we started, and since then, which was in 2016, we've over 170 people have been through H18 Foundation and gone on to further employment or back to their homeland, whether it's Malawi, Zimbabwe, the Eastern Cape. We don't ask for passports. So my journey was started through an innate need to change the circumstances of people that live in squalor in Cape Town. We have a saying or a tagline, which is basically, when you empower a woman, you empower her family, community, and nation. And this is literally how it works. One woman, for instance, let's use Grace as an example. Grace has been with us for a while. Sometimes she gets a bit of work here and there doing charring, which is cleaning other people's homes. And then she comes to us on the other days, but she's got 5 children, 1 with her here in South Africa and 4 back in Malawi with her parents. And she doesn't only earn money to survive here with her husband and little one. She's earning money so that she can send money back home to sustain her parents and her children, and more than likely other members of the family that are dependent, especially during COVID. I mean, that's just the network has grown so big because of this unemployment issue. But their ultimate goal, and it's not only foreigners, foreign to South Africa, that have this goal, is to build their own home. And so they're not only sending money back or using money to survive, they're also trying very hard to be able to improve their lives back home, whether it be Malawi, Zimbabwe, Eastern Cape. They send money back so that they can start buying raw materials so that when they do go back home, they can build themselves a home. So this empowering a woman, community, and nation, it is literally a true fact here in South Africa. One woman is impacting on an entire family and potentially an entire community, and thereafter an entire nation. When lockdown started in South Africa, it was what they call level 5, and level 5 was basically stay home, and 90% of industry had stopped besides essential services. And H18 has, we've always tried to keep H18 as a self-sustainable non-profit organization or charity. So we didn't have a lot of sponsors or a lot of funding, because we were creating products and then selling them on. Well, the ladies were creating the products, we were selling them on, and they were getting paid per item. And any profits were going to pay the rent of the facility and crochet hooks and everything else needed to run a business. So we ran H18 on a for-profit model. So when lockdown came, we couldn't do anything. Our suppliers weren't buying from us. It was just the end. We closed the house, and H18 house, and I went into lockdown for 3 days, and on day 3, I realized South Africa, on day 3, I realized that we were going to lose H18 Foundation, and the impact on the 25 women that were working with us was going to be unbearable, and it wasn't an option. So I don't sew, but we had 3 donated sewing machines sitting in a cupboard, and we pulled them out and we dusted them off, and a woman by the name of Kaylee came through, and she was making masks, which is an essential service, and she trained 3 ladies how to make masks on the sewing machine. We had to source products, back doors of fabric shops, and elastic was scarce, and it was the weirdest time for me because there was so much scarcity of raw materials. So our 3 ladies started making masks. So we were only impacting on 3 women, and the rest had no income. So we had to start a food parcel program just for our ladies, which was 20. And this grew, but that's we started sewing masks, and the masks paid our rent for 2 months and supplied a salary to 3 women. The food parcels started with our women only, and as need grew and as my eyes opened and I started getting WhatsApps and messages on Facebook and every method of communication that was available to the people in Slovo started coming through to me with these really, really, really heart-wrenching stories. So to date, we're feeding 70 families, which is not all our women. And because of the lockdown softening, we're now making our own products again and still making masks. And actually, the sewing has enabled us to now start a new arm of H18 Foundation. So there's a positive at the end, but the beginning was very hard and it was very scary for me to be driving around during a pandemic, that the whole world was in lockdown. My family was worried for me, but we had to. Too many people, too many communities and nations were dependent. The Manavox Project has, okay. The Manavox Project has changed our world. It's changed our stars. We are having to train further training because there's leather work and sewing, the product that we are supplying, and we don't have enough ladies. So many unemployed women, we've now had to pull in some new people who are being trained in the products and are going to be working with us. Thanks to the Manavox Project, we have been able to support not only our 25 ladies, but also upskill and empower a large portion of the further up to 70 people we're feeding, and pull from that pool of unemployed people to upskill them and provide them with an income. What gets me through the tough times is perseverance and belief in the women that I work with. They keep me up. They uplift me spiritually and emotionally, unbelievably. They are my soul. They are my happy energy. And that gets me through. I love seeing them. I love their children. I love hanging out with them and having these amazing conversations. They're happy, they're joyful, and they're positive, and they keep me going. To all those people that are supporting this Manavox Project and empowering and making a difference in South Africa, your gift to us is improved life and improved circumstances, and that hasn't got words and isn't measurable, but I see it in how the ladies are able to support their families through your gift of supporting us, and you're getting most beautiful African products, and you're so lucky.